the screen for a flicker of light, but the room stays draped in the middle of night. I wrote out a message, then deleted the draft, remembering how easily we used to laugh. Now I'm scrolling through pictures of a life we once led, while the silence is screaming inside of my head. You're only a heartbeat a few miles away, but you feel like a planet in a different decade. And you've gone into silent mode, shutting me out, leaving me here in the shadows of doubt. The ringing just stops before it begins, and I'm losing a war that nobody wins. I'm reaching for signals, I'm chasing the ghost of the version of you that I needed the most. Disconnected and cold, left out in one room, while you're drifting away in silent mode. I see that you're active, I see the blue glow, but you're 1,000 miles deep in the status you show. We used to stay up till the sun hit the floor. Now I don't even know what I'm waiting here for. Is it a sorry or a hope you're okay, or just the courage to finally turn it away? The hardest part isn't the goodbye we said, it's the quiet that lives in the space in our bed. Muted emotions and vibrations turned off. The air in this hallway is heavy and soft. I'm calling your name, but the line is just dead. A digital desert where nothing is fed. No typing bubble, no sign of a spark. Just me and the static, alone in the dark. Yeah, you've gone into silent mode, shutting me out, leaving me here in the shadows of doubt. The ringing just stops before it begins, and I'm losing a war that nobody wins. I'm reaching for signals, I'm chasing the ghost of the version of you that I needed the most. Disconnected in the cold, left out in the room, while you're drifting away in silent mode. No ringtone, no vibration, just the end of the conversation. I'm putting the phone down, I'm letting you go, but God, it's so quiet in the silent mode. I used to walk on eggshells in this room, trying not to break the fragile peace we made. I was terrified of shadows and the gloom, of watching every golden memory start to fade. I held my breath so I wouldn't wake the ghosts. I guarded every secret like a prize, but the things I tried to keep and value most have all dissolved right here before my eyes. Go ahead and walk, go ahead and leave. There's no more fabric left for me to sleep. The house is empty and the fire's gone cold. There's no more story left to be told. I've cried every tear, I felt every bruise. Now I'm standing here with nothing to lose. No more if, no more please. I'm finally rising up off my knees. The fear of losing you was like a cage. It kept me small and kept me quiet for so long. But now I finally reached the final page, and I realized I was right and I was wrong. I was right to love you with everything I had, but I was wrong to think I'd die without your spark. Now the worst has happened and it's truly sad, but I'm no longer frightened of the dark. It's a strange kind of freedom, this rock bottom floor, when you don't have to watch for the slam of the door, when the bridge is already burned to the ground, and there's nothing left to be lost or be found. You took the everything, you took the us. Now I'm just ashes and a trail of dust. So go ahead and walk, go ahead and leave. There's no more fabric left for me to sleep. The house is empty and the fire's gone cold. There's no more story left to be told. I've cried every tear, I felt every bruise. Now I'm standing here with nothing to lose. No more what if, no more please. I'm finally rising up off my knees. Nothing to lose. The slate is clean. The space is wide, with nowhere left for me to hide. I'm empty, and for the first time, I'm free. Nothing to lose. see the sunset bleeding through the trees. I feel the winter in the summer breeze. Everything beautiful has a jagged edge now. I'd stop the bleeding, but I don't know how. We built a kingdom on a shifting sand, just to watch it slip right through our hands. Now every memory is a heavy stone in this house that's become a house alone. Oh, it's the sorrow, the weight of the years, the salt in the bread and the wine of the tears. It's the ghost in the garden, the thorn on the rose, the way that it hurts when the final door closes. I do it all over, I pay every cost just to hold on to the soul that I lost. But I'm drowning in shadows sent from above, lost in the deep dark sorrow of love. Your name is a melody I can't quite play, a haunting rhythm that won't go away. I find your hairpins in the bedside drawer, like relics of a life we don't live anymore. They say that loving is a holy thing, but they never mention the way it can sting. It's a beautiful poison, a slow burning fire that leaves you alone on a funeral pyre. Is it better to have felt the sun for a day than to live in the gray and be safely okay? I used to think so, and your heart was mine, but now I'm just tracing a broken design. The higher the mountain, the harder the fall, and the sorrow of love is the tallest of all. Oh, it's the sorrow of love, the weight of the years, the salt in the bread and the wine of the tears. It's the ghost in the garden, the thorn on the rose, the way that it hurts when the final door closes. I do it all over, I pay every cost just to hold on to the soul that I lost. But I'm drowning in shadows sent from above, lost in the deep dark sorrow of love. It's a heavy crown to wear, it's a cross I have to bear, the price of the yes that's no longer there. Sorrow, just the sorrow of love. I looked at my reflection in the mirror on the wall and saw the jagged lines of every time I had to fall. You didn't use a needle and you didn't use the ink, but you left a mark that's deeper than anyone would think. It's a map of every always that we whispered in the dark, a permanent reminder of a cold and dying spark. They're the tattoos of loves that I'm forced to wear, in the way I hold my shoulders and the color of my hair. I can't wash them off, and I can't hide the scar of a girl who went to pieces and a boy who went too far. Got your name written in the hollow of my throat. I've got our first summer etched into my winter coat, but mostly it's the skin that no one else can ever see, where you carved a little version of the way you wanted me. Now the art is getting blurry, masterpiece of heartache that'll never go away. They say that time's a laser that can burn the past clean, but I'm still the same canvas where the ghost of us is seen. I could cover up the damage with a brand new shade of blue, but any hand that touches me is gonna feel the ghost of you. They're the tattoos of loves that I'm forced to wear, in the way I hold my shoulders and the color of my hair. I can't wash them off, and I can't hide the scar of a girl who went to pieces and a boy who went too far. Deep beneath the surface, deep beneath the skin, the tattoos of loves are where the pain begins. I'm checking the bars on my phone at night, searching for a signal, searching for a light. But the screen stays black and the room stays cold, like the stories of us that'll never be told. I'm reaching for a hand that isn't there, just grasping at the shadows and the empty air. We used to be a battery, charged and high. Now I'm just watching the power die, and I'm running on Loving you left me at 0%. I look in the mirror and I don't see me, just a flickering ghost of who I used to be. I poured every drop into keeping you whole, until there was a vacuum inside of my soul. You took the laughter and you took the pride, and left me with nothing but the rain outside. I'm a car on the shoulder with no gas in the tank, just a name on a check from a closed down bank. You can't start a fire without a little heat. You can't find the rhythm with a broken beat. I'm clicking the switch, but the light won't turn on. I'm waking up to find that the acid's gone. Total exhaustion, a digital blur. I'm less of a man than I ever were. Yeah, I'm running on empty, down to the wire. The ash is all that's left of the fire. I gave you my soul, every single cent, but the meter is stalling at 0%. No spark in the dark, no beat in my chest, just a tired heart that needs to rest. I'm hollowed out, I'm broken and spent. Loving you left me at 0%. Powering down, fading to gray. There's nothing left to give away. Zero. System failure. Zero. I thought I was planning a garden of grace, building a sanctuary, a holy kind of place. I ignored every thorn, I just looked at the red, believing in every soft word that you said. I gave you my water, I gave you my life, while you were just sharpening your teeth in the night. I I'm looking at the ruins of all that we grew, searching for traces of the person I knew. The colors are fading, the sky's turning gray, as the ghost of our summer starts drifting away. This isn't a healing, it's a cold hard truth. The end of the dream and the end of my youth. I'm walking away from the beds we once made, leaving the memories to wilt in the shade. There's blood on the roses, the petals are torn. I'm finally feeling the sting of the thorn. Every I love you was a shadow of doubt. Now I'm finding what this garden's about. I reach for the velvet, but I found a stone left in the garden, standing alone. It's a beautiful tragedy, a garden of walls with nothing but blood on the roses. One look back, the gates closing tight. The end of the struggle, the end of the light. The harvest is bitter, the winter is near, but the air is finally starting to clear. In the grave, walking away. No more bouquets, no more always. Just blood on the roses, blood on the roses. Let it go. I'm tracing circles in the condensation on the glass, watching the ghost of our forever slowly pass. The tea is stone cold and the house is far too loud, with the echoes of the promises that made us so proud. I thought I'd run dry, thought I'd finally hit the floor, but then I'd find a stray hair of yours near the bathroom door. They say the time's a healer, a steady kind of grocery list is shorter, just a single bag of bread. And I'm sleeping on the sofa, 'cause I can't face the bed. The neighbors check their mail, and they look the other way. They don't know what to do with the heart in this decay. I'm a master of the fine, I'm a scholar of the okay. While I'm crumbling to pieces in the middle of the day. Is it weakness to stay in the wreckage of the fire, to keep fueling the flame of a dead man's desire? I'm a victim of the memory, a slave to what we were, and everything I see is just a soft, heartbreaking blur. And I'll cry over you until the stars burn out of sight, drowning in the middle of eternal night. It's a broken-hearted rhythm, a heavy, salt-stained beat, the sound of my surrender and the taste of my defeat. I'm a river running backward, a sky that's turned to blue, just a man who's learning how to cry over you. Yeah, the hardest part of the me without the us is the way the gold of always turns to nothing but dust. Still crying in the silence of the hall. Still crying, watching shadows on the wall. Just one more tear, just one more night. The sound of a single shaky breath I'm keeping all the secrets that you didn't think I knew, building up a cathedral out of everything untrue. You give me copper coins and tell me that they're gold, and I tuck them in my pocket, doing exactly what I'm told. I see the shadows shifting in the corners of your eyes, but I'm still addicted to the comfort of your lies. I'm a moth for the flicker, even when the gotta die in love for your lies. Tell me you love me, even if it's fake. Tell me you're staying for my own sake. One more story, one more dream. Nothing is ever quite what it seems. My love for your lies. I'm tracing the outlines of where you used to stand, like a drawing in the dirt or a castle in the sand. The sun is coming up, but it doesn't feel like day. It just makes the darkness stretch a little more away. I see you in the corner, I see you by the sink, but you vanish in nothing every time I try to blink. It's the shadow of love, long and cold on the floor, the shape of a person who doesn't live here anymore. It follows every footstep, it's tethered to my heel, a dark heavy hollow, that's the only thing I feel. I'm reaching for the fire, but I'm grabbing at the grave, living in the shadow of a love that slipped away. The bed is still unmade on the side where you would sleep. A valley in the fabric where the secrets used to keep. Now the light hits the pillow, and it only shows the ghost of the beautiful forever that I wanted I'm sweeping the ashes of the us I used to know, clearing out the garden where the weeds began to grow. I've spent a season buried in the winter of your chest, putting every part of who I was to a final rest. The girl who begged for scraps of you is gone beneath the clay. I had to let her perish just to see a different day. It's quiet in the garden and the air is getting sweet as the frost begins to melt away beneath my tired feet. It wasn't a quick fix, it wasn't a pill, it was climbing up the mountain with a broken down will. But the pulse of my wrist is starting to find a rhythm that doesn't leave me behind. Now I'm a heart reborn, rising from the wreck, taking off the heavy chain you put around my neck. I'm breathing in the morning, I'm tasting the sun, realizing that the living has only just begun.